Jim is a Toronto-based poet, editor, and critic. His most recent book of poetry, The Chemical Life, by Vehicle Press, was shortlisted for the 2018 Relit Award. Currently, Johnstone is Arc Poetry Magazine's poet in residence, and he is also our 2021 Robin Blazer contest winner.
Thanks so much, Lauren. I appreciate the introduction. I always like to start with a poem. So I'm going to start with a poem called Performance Anxiety. Performance anxiety. I write, the tall grass is a third wish, then back away from the field. If I move back far enough, everyone in the front row will be still. Be still. You're witnessing my first time. A ballooning ballroom expanding until the beat drops. A letdown, letting you down gently before the DJ jumps up, afraid to play something that could offend. I write, the tall grass is a third wish wasted, and pray for the grasslands to end. So it's really a thrill to be here. This is my first time appearing in the Capilano Review, and it was a great thrill to win the Robin Blazer Award. I'd like to thank Matea and Lauren and Emily for the care they've put together with this issue, and to thank Jordan Abel for selecting the poem. The poem is complicated. You'd have to read it in the issue to get the full scope. It's 5 brain scans, and it responds to being diagnosed with a brain tumor, which I was in the fall of 2020. I wouldn't share that information unless it was essential to understanding the poem. And since I have shared that, I would like to say that I'm okay, and I'm being monitored, so there's no cause for concern. So I'm going to read one part of the poem, and it's the source text that the rest of the poem is based on. So this is part 3 of Slice-Selective Excitation. Uncontrolled spread, uncontrolled touch. The tumor a proxy for the mind itself. Mind yourself while entering the MRI wing. Skeleton, uncontrolled beats slicing through headphones, through capillaries, a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. No eye, every cell replaced. White dwarf, whiteout applied to the left frontal lobe, interstitial space. I feel pain knife down my cheek, the tumor a penny dropped from a great height. There's no other way to apologize. Silo what hurts. No, there's more to motherlessness than what's being nurtured beneath the skull. A planet pressing down, as far as anyone can tell. Lingual, palate-based. How to pronounce this wilderness? Obit, orbit. Eyeline forested, foreign body lodged in the body. What needs cutting out? Bad lighting. Without an MRI, you can't see in. Sliced thin enough to notice tree rings. Growth. Slow going, but there and there until there's an opening. Contrast enhanced, lopsided. So big, I'm going to fall over. Say that as many times as possible. Say it before a neuron fires. Does the impulse serve as warning? Tongue-tied. The answer comes out slurred. Everything in this body is a copy, skin, hair, teeth. Learning is possible, almost primal. We talk late into the night, the tumor out of mind, but expanding. Once each thought is thought, they're rearranged into the freedom to choose. The freedom to voice loss. Met halfway to the summit by an interventionalist God. The tumor piles up like snow, asking, are you awake yet? I'm looking down like ash spit from the mouth of a volcano. A slow rain covering the slopes unnoticed. Beyond what's been forecast. Uncontrolled spread, my identity, myself. And so I'm going to close with a poem for my wife. I always like to read a poem for my wife at readings. And this poem is about sleep and the semi-conscious state at which we at which we dream and sometimes recognize if there's someone sleeping beside us that that person is no longer in the room. So it's called To Sleep Through. To sleep through the night, the lowering balloon that stills the chop and spill of the lake. One awake, or awake enough in dream to follow the stink of a fox through the trees. Two asleep, where the last of a bonfire burns the beach. Balloons into thought without articulation, without speech. One awake, brightening behind the bathroom door while the other waits, listens to the tap, foam, foam, foaming at the mouth, white noise drowning out the box, the fire, the balloon inflating until it pops. Thanks very much.